Hello guys, it's your boy Bardo Plays, and you might ask the question first of all, am I trying to create more hype for this game? Yes I am. Second thing, bro, this game actually looks pretty nice. I'm gonna be honest, it looks pretty amazing in my opinion. And I'm gonna explain to you why I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's kind of like a school thing. I'm gonna show you a ton of positive points, but also some negative points, because that would make so much more sense. So I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this is like the next God of War. Like, no, this isn't gonna be a 10 out of 10 game, because it's a One Piece game, an anime game. Anime games, most of the time, they don't give a fuck. They really don't give a fuck most of the time, because they have this weird licensing shit where you need like to push a game all once a year or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But if I'm correct, they worked on this for 4 years, and I'm pretty interested in seeing what they did in 4 years. Of course, everything we had till now just showed us like the top of the iceberg, and I'm pretty interested to see what the story has to show us when the game comes out, because I'm gonna buy it then. And yeah, let's just first of all talk about some shit about the game, why I think it looks pretty good. First of all, I think the graphics look magnificent. They actually look pretty clean at 4K, 1K, and I genuinely think it looks very good. At the start I thought they would just copy paste the art style and the animation from previous One Piece games, but this one has a slight difference, and I like it. It has its own flair that I like. It fits the video game, it fits video games in general, which I enjoy it a lot, and the coloring just looks beautiful, and the lighting and everything, it just looks very appealing, and it is very Oda-like. I also like those little animals and shit. While I do not know the point of beating up so many animals, like, come on, call Peter for that shit, because goddamn, we're beating their asses and abusing that shit. But overall, it looks very beautiful. I don't know how it will look on your fucking toaster, but on my toaster it looks pretty fine till now. And the next cool point being the gameplay and just the fighting overall. The fighting style, at first it looked very unappealing, because it was turn-based, and most people don't have that good experience with turn-based games. Let's say, for example, the mobile shits like Seven Deadly Sins, Grand Cross, fucking Raid Shadow Legends. I think that's a turn-based game. But this turn-based game actually looks very interesting, because if they did it right, you might need to use your brain, because you have like attack buttons that have close range and long range for like different enemies, because you also have different layers on the battlefield, which I think is very interesting. And you can boost yourself up, boost your mates up, heal up with Sanji, for example. And it just looks very interesting, but if it isn't like everyone gets one shot from one hit. But till now it looks very cool, and I hope they did it in a very interesting and newer way, because then it would be pretty fucking hype. Yeah, another thing I now dislike about the game is that the variety of characters till now look pretty disappointing, like in the characters that we can actually play. For example, we only got the Straw Hat crew, and not even really that. We don't got Jinbei, as it seems, which is disappointing in my opinion. It would have been really cool to have Jinbei in that game, but I guess they just worked with what they have like till now. Maybe they will put out the DLC for Jinbei. I guess it is what it is, but yeah. But like a counterpoint to that is pretty cool. Every single character has like its unique traits and skills to help you master different obstacles, which I find pretty cool. For example, Luffy can swing around with his little with his rubber arms and go through obstacles. Chopper can go through tiny places and shit, and I hope they did it in a very interesting and appealing way, and not completely boring forced to play way. Now, Next thing is the map. The map looks very fun. It looks very fun to play. It looks very open worldish, and I hope it is open worldish, because if the game is only one narrow path that you're supposed to cross, like in fucking Demon Slayer, like Demon Slayer Hidokami Chronicles has generally one of the most boring story modes that I ever played of a newer anime game. Like, the fighting part of the game is very good, like the online part, but the genuine story mode is shite. It's pretty shite. It's boring as fuck, and they hold your hand all the time. And that's one of the more unappealing things that I saw till now. I hope it just because we saw the tutorial till now. If the game is really them like holding your hand all the time, telling you, oh, you fucking idiot, you shouldn't go that way, you should go that way. I think it would be way cooler if they would just let us explore by ourselves and find the right path, because I saw if you would go for 1 second off the right path, you would get directly like a message from a crewmate, oh, maybe you should look out for this little string over there, look at that mount over there, it looks pretty sus. You should go over there. I think you should go over there. I don't enjoy generally just them holding your hand all the time, like in almost every game. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. I want to explore it by myself, and most of because it's a JRPG, like a role play game, and I don't really want to have my hand hold all the time. Yeah. But the story right now looks appealing. At the start, it didn't really look like that. It was like that weird ass Odyssey. You were on a chaotic adventure on a random island. We stranded there as a straw hat crew and shit, and we're exploring it right now. But it seems like we're like visiting memories or something like that with those weird ass cubed green poneglyphs shits. And for example, we got the Alabasta arc confirmed now and the Annie's Lobby arc, which I find very cool, and I hope they did it in a way that you can solve that arc in your way, and maybe it's just the whole plotline is to get out of that memory somehow, because they are trapped in that and they need to get back to the current timeline or something like that. And if we got the time skips version of everyone in pre-time skip, which I find even more cool, and I hope I can make my own decisions, and this would make it so much better, and not like maybe I would come to the same outcome, but I would like to have like my own decisions. For example, fucking Zoro fighting Rob Lucci in the end of the arc, and Luffy fighting fucking Khalif or something like that. You know what I mean? I think it would be so much more interesting than just having bland, oh my god, play the story through again. Like, nah. I think it would be kind of alright. Maybe a little bit of nostalgic kicks, but that's it. That's pretty much it. We also saw like Kuzan, Ace and shit and Smoker. Maybe we can play them. That would be pretty cool if we can, like, for specific missions, like switch one of those characters out for like the Straw Hats, you know what I mean? I think that would be pretty cool. And if everything till now what I said, even the negative points like that are already sort of confirmed, I still think that game looks amazing. But the biggest problem overall in this game is how long it will last. While the story mode is very cool and it will hold the game for a certain period of time, the survivability of that game is pretty limited, because it will most likely not get updates, maybe not even DLCs, and the biggest problem is it doesn't have an online function. An online function can help a game tremendously if it's like, for example, not God of War. God of War has its own very unique and very good stories that is very interesting. It has very good gameplay overall, like in comparison, and in other games the online shit carries. For example, Demon Slayer would never get as much sales if you would just play through the story mode. And yeah, I generally think if it doesn't have an online function till the game releases, it will not last. Like on the long run, it won't last really, to be honest. But just my opinion. Maybe it's only for the people that really just enjoy a calm story and just want to play through that shit in a nice way. But yeah, this is my opinion on the game. I will buy it and make one review video on that. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah boys, leave some like. Love y'all, have a lovely day.